Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises, honor, and glory. It goes to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Brakathum to the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom. In today's lesson, we're going to speak regarding momentum and pace in the spirit. You know, keeping your momentum and your pace in the spirit, you know, when it comes to teaching, when it comes to edifying, and it comes to doing lessons. Now, you know, before this video, I wanted to include, you know, the clip of Klay Thompson's 37-point game. And I want to explain that first because, you know, when you get hot, you know, in basketball, because you know me, you know, you know, a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of spiritual things, but spiritual things to me can be made through sports. You know, that's just the type of Jake I am. That's just how I think, and that's how I compare certain aspects of life too. And so, you know, this moment here is special on the 37-point game, just because, hey, he was hot. You know, that was his night. And you know, once you get that momentum, you know, once you get, you know, that feeling of one shot going down, hey, he didn't stop shooting. He just kept going until until the fucking bell rung. You know, the same thing with like UFC fighters and boxers. Once they get that taste of blood that they really hurt their enemy, they just keep going, man, until, hey, they call it quits. And us in the spirit, that's how I look at it. You know, especially when it comes to teaching and edifying. You know, you want to get that momentum early. You know, as far as doing lessons, as far as reading, you know, whatever it is. You know, this is predominantly about staying on fire, man, and continue to teach daily. You know, you gotta build off that momentum of, you know, whatever last lesson you did. Because if you don't, if you get cold, you know, then sometimes it is hard to bounce back. You know, that's why, hey, the longest I can go without doing a lesson is probably about 2 or 3 days. But even in between time, you know, we still doing spiritual things. We still having camp. We still communicating and fellowshipping with brothers. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, personal duties, yeah, like there's only so much that I could do before I feel myself getting cold. You know, and that's not something we want to do. You know, I ain't gonna say, you know, you know, not doing a lesson in 3 days make you lukewarm, but you supposed to be instant, man. Apostle Hall always used to say everybody should be on fire. Should be on fire for this truth. What does that mean? What does it mean to be on fire? Well, look at Klay Thompson. Look at Klay Thompson in the fucking 37-point game. Would you consider that nigga on fire? Yeah, he was on fire. Why? Because the spirit was on him to keep shooting, to keep playing, to keep hooping. And you know what? Hey, he ended up getting you know, that's a record for most points in a quarter. See what I'm saying? So the same thing with us. Once you get that momentum in the spirit, keep shooting, keep going, man. That don't mean you gotta, you know, if it's not in your spirit to do a lesson every day, then, you know, don't push yourself. But eventually, if you keep you know, if you keep flowing in the spirit, if you keep having that seriousness and intensity about what you teach, eventually you're going to be to that level where you're going to be at a lesson a day. Now, if you're not doing a lesson a day, let's say you're doing a lesson every other day, that day you're not looking to do a lesson, you already have it in your mind, like, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then, you know, you pray for the spirit to give you a topic. And sometimes you do have the spirit of wanting to do a lesson, but you don't have no topic. Hey, just cut on the fucking camera and go, man. You know, this not a thing of overthinking. You know, you don't have to overthink it. You know, everything don't have to be super ultra deep breakdown, man. You know, you can go into a 5-minute milk lesson just to build up some momentum. And then you can follow that up with, you know, another 15-minute lesson. Then you can do it, you know, a sit down, you know. So it's pretty much no excuse for getting cold in this truth. You know, because we all have things going on. You know, brothers got kids, brothers got jobs, brothers got responsibilities. You see? But hey, we all got 10 minutes for the Lord out of our day. You know, and you know, Spirit kind of having it on me where most of my lessons don't really go over 15 minutes. You know, unless I'm doing a sit down on the camera, then you know I can kind of flow and take my time. But yeah, most of my lessons pretty much only be about 10 minutes. You know? Let's get some precepts, man. This is Luke chapter 19, verse 46. And this is Yahushua speaking. It says, saying unto them, it is written, my house is the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. But it say, and he taught daily in the temple. But the chief priests and the scribes and the chief of the people sought to destroy him. So it say Yahushua was teaching daily in the temple, man. You see? And so we supposed to, you know, try to direct our lives as Yahushua led to the best of our ability. And that includes teaching. You know, and like I say, if you're a younger brother, you just getting into this thing. But even Pastor Hart said, once you get about 6 months in this truth, you're supposed to be on fire, man. You know, and I don't mean you gotta flood the YouTube with a video every hour. But hey, at a certain point, you gotta have to have an expectation with yourself. Like, you know, no matter what I got going on, I'm gonna get a lesson in today. No matter what the fuck, how I feel, I'm gonna get a lesson in today. Now that don't mean force it. You know, we always don't say don't force the course of the river, but hey, search for the Spirit, pray for the Spirit. You know, see what other brothers in the Spirit is doing, and do a response off of that. You see, because you know, Pastor Ricard, sometimes he put up three lessons a day. We already know what type of pace Apostle Tahar is in. He'll fuck around and give you four videos a day, and they all be 30 minutes apiece. You know, Apostle Gabar doing lessons every day. We all know Apostle Ramlab, he always going to do a lesson a day, and it's going to be at least almost an hour, man. So this is the standard. This is the setup that our leadership is taking. So us trickling down to us, if we giving double honors to the apostles and elders and Great Millstone, and we trying to follow that example, hey, join in, man, because the scriptures say the harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. You see? But this is Acts. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. This is Gamaliel speaking. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High. And to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua, and let them go. And they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. And daily in the temple and in every house, they cease not to teach and preach Yahushua the Anointed. Daily in the temple and in every house, they cease not to preach Yahushua and the Anointed, man. So that's the type of fervency. That's the type of fervency that, you know, the apostles in the ancient world had. Once again, that's the type of intensity and fervency that we should have, man. You know, we call ourselves the prophets, right? Didn't Yahushua say, feed my lambs, feed my sheep? You know, any brothers that have pets, what happens if you don't feed your pet for 4 days? What happens if you don't feed your pet for 5 days? Because hey, this truth is compared to food and water. So you don't give them no food, you don't give them no drink for 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. What do you think is gonna happen? You see, and that's the same way we gotta approach the flock, man. You know? Now, you know, if you thinking this truth gets redundant, you know, you ran out of topics, hey, switch it up, you know? That's what I tell the younger brothers out here. Like sometimes you got to do your, you know, screen recorder lessons, but sometimes, you know, you may catch the spirit doing a camera lesson. You know me, you know, I try to go out and do an on location lesson every Sunday. But at least having that routine already puts me in the mindset of saying, okay, what am I going to talk about for my Sunday lesson? I'm already thinking, I'm already premeditating, you know, and praying for the spirit to guide me. So what I'm going to do for that, that's continuing the momentum. The last thing you want to do in the truth is get sluggish. Once you slow down, you know, it's not always guaranteed that you can bounce back from that. And that's a scary thing, because I've seen men do, you know, go from 3 lessons a week, 2 lessons a week, 1 lesson a week, 1 lesson every other week, 1 lesson a month, and then they're gone. And that's a scary thing, and that is a possibility for brothers in the truth. You know, let's get this. We're gonna do a little word search before I get my last preset. We're gonna get a little word search on diligence. Let's define that word first. Where my iPhone at? Let's define the word diligence. Okay, diligence. Google definition: careful and persistent work or effort. Persistent. You see? Merriam-Webster. Diligence: a steady, earnest, and energetic effort, devoted and painstaking work and application to accomplish a undertaking. You see? Let's read it again. A steady, earnest, and energetic effort. You see? Energetic effort. You know, don't cut on the camera if you don't feel yourself in the spirit. And when you do get on the camera, hey, put your soul into it, man. Put your life into the lessons, man. You know, you ain't always got to be monotone, you know, but you ain't got to do nothing extra easier. But, you know, once again, like I say, bring life into what you're doing, man. Bring that enthusiasm what you're doing. But going back to the word search, diligence. This is Hebrews 6:11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope and to the end. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. Right. If you keep that momentum, and you keep going in the spirit, and you keep praying, fasting, trying to do the right thing towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Let's read it again, man. Give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. Last precept, man. Hebrews 3:12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you an evil heart of unbelief and departing from the living God. But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. You see, this is the advice that the scriptures is giving us on how to run this ministry, man. You have to put in that consistent, energetic effort. You see, you should want to do this thing daily, the same way the apostles was preaching daily, the same way Yahushua was preaching daily, man. With that, Lord willing is edifying, all praises, honor, and glory. It goes to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushua Bahashim B'Kah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Brakathum to the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom.